You're watching Michael's Basement Review, brought to you by geekmontreal.com. Okay, so what I want to talk to you about today is Amazing Spider-Man 578. Now, this book just reeks of awesome. It is my pick of the week and the only book I will be reviewing for this week. First of all, it's Mark Waid's debut. Whee! And second of all, I just want to talk to you about the art with Marcos Martin, I believe. Marcos, is it Marcos? Yes, it is Marcos. Now, he really makes life come out of this book with his artistic integrity. Right off the beginning of the book, Peter starts to get good luck, and the way he's drawn, it's so vibrant and alive. You feel happy. You're like, yeah, good luck, Peter. Like, that's just the artwork doing that, of him jumping around. Let me just get you into that. Right there. Here it is, right there. You know, it just comes out of the page and into your mind. It is beautiful. This guy, I love it. I can't, it's just such a pleasure to watch, especially him draw Spider-Man. It works out so well. I don't know what it is about it. I just absolutely adore it. And he has the ability to make you feel claustrophobic. Look at the detail he goes into this little subway panel, and it's not even that big of a panel. Like, holy smokes, that's a lot of stuff. And he makes you feel claustrophobic when you're under the subway. You feel like there's not a lot of room going on. It's confined. Well, that's all I can say about the artwork. Now, let's talk about Mark Waid's writing. So, very positive review on the artwork alone. Now, Mark Waid, he really did a great job on this. It's a fun issue. I use that word way too much. I got to stop using that word. Fun is out. It is an intellectual issue. Anyway, it's a great issue. It comes out starting with a very typical Parker no-win situation, and all of a sudden he starts to get very lucky. The series of things happen that his luck keeps going better and better and better, and at the point where he meets this beautiful girl looking for a photographer, and Peter's just in shock that this is happening to him. As soon as that does happen, crap goes down where Spider-Man is needed, so he has to walk away from the hot girl back to the typical Parker luck character that we all know and relate to and love very, very much. Another great thing he did, before I get more into the issue, he did no reference whatsoever to before Brand New Day or anything like that, or anything that conflicted with, and that's my biggest thing right now. Every writer who gets on this book should have no reference whatsoever to, even when Dan Martin did that reference in New Ways to Die, where Green Goblin was like, saying little these things and all these, it just made me think of what One More Day, and One More Day was absolute garbage. Brand New Day, someone said this is very clever. It's like the weather. If you don't like what you're reading, wait 5 minutes and it'll change. So stop making references of any kind. It's just deal with the situation. Just move on. Don't, you know what? If something doesn't make any sense, just write, put a little, it doesn't make any sense, but this is the new status quo. Deal with it. You don't need an explanation for everything. Just deal. It's a comic book. You don't need to fit everything in continuity. Just accept it for what it is. That's my biggest thing I should say about Spider-Man. And I don't need to explain why Harry's back. He just is. The magic thing happened. As much as that story arc was horrible and wretched, it happened. And now this is the consequences of it. I'm enjoying more of the consequences than the actual issue of One More Day. In fact, I'm loving it. I'm loving Brand New Day, especially when the issues like this come out. So, big up for Mark Waid for not doing any kind of reference whatsoever, just accepting for what it is. That's my biggest thing about Brand New Day. Stop doing any kind of reference. The one with Mary Jane in there, you can have her there, but, don't make her be all like, I remember because that was what I said to the devil. That's what I think. I think she said, I don't want to forget anything to the devil. So you just think of that and you're like, oh, God, that was horrible dog shit. Then you read this page. This is good, but why am I got this little back taste of dog shit in my mouth, you know? So, back to the issue. Mark Waid did a fantastic job with the Parker Luck thing, being true to the character and very confined. So you felt emotionally trapped, and the art just added that so much. And then you see the shocker. Big spoiler. A classic Spider-Man villain revealed. And they have a great little fight scene. And, you know, that's he was very true to the characters. Not much I can say. The biggest thing was at the end of it that they're still trapped in this little confined space and they're fighting the shocker. One of the persons there is a very interesting character indeed. And what's going to happen out of this? That's what I can't say it because then I'd spoil the issue and your last page wouldn't be as good as just reading it fresh. So I'm not going to do that to you. But please pick up. If you're not picking up a Spider-Man, this would be a great point for you to get on board. There's nothing, you don't need to know anything beforehand. This is just a self-contained story that just makes this Amazing Spider-Man all ages a great idea and a phenomenal job by Marvel, the Marvel staff. For the most part, every story, not every story, but certainly since New Ways to Die, every issue has been a great read or a fascinating one or something positive can happen out of it. So if you're not picking up this issue, if you're not picking up these series, I really recommend you get on board with this story arc at least. I think this is going to be a story arc fun for everyone. Is it fun? Shit. All right.